Hello, welcome to a new class on phonology. We're doing phonological analysis. And today we're going to cover problem number 6, which is Spanish. In theory, it should be easier because it's our mother tongue. Let's see. Let's see what you think. It's a little bit complex. So let's read the instructions. Reading the instructions is 50% of the exercise already. Understanding the instructions is 50%. If you understand the instructions, then you are on the track to solve the problem. Okay? So it says in Spanish, B and the V, D and the V, G and G are allophones of B, D, and G respectively. What does respectively mean? It means in this order. These two allophones are allophones of this phoneme. These two allophones are allophones of this phoneme. These two allophones are allophones of this phoneme. That is what respectively means. And then it continues saying that is, they are suspicious pairs. When we talk about suspicious pairs, we're talking about sounds in which we don't know if they are allophones or phonemes, and if they are allophones, what is their distribution. That means suspicious pairs. Which has been shown to be in complementary distribution. They are allophones. If they are in complementary distribution, they are allophones. Okay? What is left then? We don't need to decide if they are phonemes or allophones. We know that they are allophones already. What is left? What is the complementary distribution of the allophone? State the distribution. Write the rule. That's what it means. Okay? So, in order to do that, we need to analyze the linguistic corpus, which is 16 Spanish words. Abusar, gringo, gordo, pagar, etc., etc. All these. And we need to do a T diagram for how many sounds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 different T diagrams. Let's do that. Here you go. So here I wrote a T diagram for each of the sounds. Okay, let me do this, this. Okay, like this. And I'll enlarge it. So for the first one is B. B occurs in number 10, and number 10 is what? Number 10 is bandido. Okay. At the beginning of the syllable before an A. Bandido. Bandido. Then in number 13, and what is number 13? Burdo. Okay. In number 13, we have syllable initial before an U. Bu. And in number 14, what is number 14? Buscar. Buscar. So it's syllable initial before an U. And this is the T diagram for B. Do you see any kind of consistency? I can see it. I can see consistency. We have a rule already. Let's compare that to this one, B. Well, if you look at it, we have 4 different examples. And we have at the beginning, let me see, before a vowel and after a vowel. But this one is trickier because between the vowels there is something. There is an L in number 7. So in number 8, we have that. And in number 12, we have this. Let me eliminate this. It is number 12. Number 12. And wait. Number 15. The same thing. Let me write this. And write 15 at the end. Okay. What if let me see, add space. What am I doing? I am just writing space, etc., in order for me to see clearer consistency. I'm looking for consistency. Okay. So I want to see it clearer. Some people use colors. Yes, I can see vowel before the sound b, b, another vowel, 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 vowel. There are many vowels, but in number 7 there is an L sound, and in number 12 there is a flap. What can I say about that? Does that break the consistency? Yes, it breaks. I cannot say intervocalic position, for example. I cannot say that it comes between vowels because there is an L and an R there. Okay, let's leave it and come back later. Then we have the. In number 15, we have syllable initial before an E, and in number 16, we have syllable initial before an E. So, super clear, super consistent. What about this one? Oh, it's almost the same thing. There is a flap there between the vowels. Here is between vowels, and here another time we have between vowels. Between vowels too. 3, 7, 10, 13, 16. What can I do? It's breaking my rule. Should I erase those words? No, I cannot erase those words. This one. The G. G. Syllable initial before a vowel. No, it's not really a vowel. It's a flap. Okay. And then we have syllable initial, or we have a nasal before a vowel. Syllable initial. Is number 2 syllable initial? Let me see. Gring. Go. Okay. It's not syllable initial. It's before a nasal consonant. Gring. Go. Okay, and this one in number 4, between vowels, number 6. Oh no, again, there is a flap. Okay, the flap looks consistent then because it's always a flap. Where does the flap occur? After the sound? In here and in here, but before the sound? In here and in here. So before or after the sound? And the L too. The L comes after the sound. Here before the sound. Okay. It's kind of consistent too. So the idea is to create rules. What would be the rule then? The rule for B. Let's look at it again. All of them are syllable initial before a vowel. Okay. So B occurs in syllable initial before a vowel. Any vowel? Any vowel. Okay. What about this one? B. Where does it occur? It occurs in intervocalic position, but there are these two intruders. What should I do with that? they can be optional. Okay, they can be there or not. Okay, there are words in which they occur, and there are words in which they cannot occur. So I can say that these are optional because I know Spanish, so I know they are optional. So is a vowel an optional one? The flap is a liquid in Spanish. It's a liquid sound in Spanish. Vibrante. So liquid. Then the sound, and then the L. What sound is the L? A liquid. And then a vowel. Like this. So which one is the phoneme? The elsewhere is the phoneme. Okay, but here we don't have elsewhere. We have two different rules. So how can we decide? Well, we speak Spanish. We know the answer. The answer to this is B is the phoneme. Just because we studied phonology, right? And we know the language. Okay, but in case we don't speak the language, we need to choose one of them, the less consistent one. Okay, let's look at the other pair. We have the and the. Here in the, I have syllable initial before a vowel, same as this one, syllable initial before a vowel, the same. And here I have intervocalic position with optional liquid. Okay. Is it the same rule? Yes, it is. Syllable initial before a vowel. And let me see. The is before. Before. Before then. Before, but not after. Like this. And the G. The G syllable initial or after a nasal, before a vowel with an optional glide, optional liquid. Okay, so what should I do here? This has a different rule because there is a nasal there. How can I do it? Any ideas? Yes, we're going to write two different rules. One is like this. Oops, sorry. Sorry, my computer changes automatically to phonetic transcriptions. My computer is a phonetician. Okay, and then after a nasal. So let me see. Plus nasal consonant after a nasal consonant. Is it after a nasal consonant? Before a vowel. Yeah. After a nasal consonant, before a vowel. Sorry. Before a vowel. There. And this one, the soft G in intervocalic position, but there is an optional glide. So, optional liquid vowel, like this. Very good. So we have all the distribution of these. Here we need to decide one, and the phoneme is, as we studied this, the D. And here we studied this too, so we know that the phoneme is the G. Like this. Okay? Very good. So what are we going to do now? We have the rules for each of them. Okay? Do you think the rules are kind of similar? Let's look at the B is syllable initial before a vowel. The D syllable initial before a vowel. And the G Syllable initial before a vowel. Don't you think that we can make just one rule instead of having three rules with three different phonemes? Let's do that. Let's write one general rule then. So how are we going to do that? First, we need to look at these three phonemes, b, d, and g. They need to have something in common. What do they have in common? We need to take into consideration voicing. Are they voiced or voiceless? Yes, you're right, they are voiced. And what point of articulation do they have? Well, this one is bilabial, this is velar, alveolar, and this is velar, so we cannot mention the point of articulation. What manner of articulation do they have? Are they all glides? No. What are they? Yes, you're right, they are stop sounds. So, what should I write then? I should write voiced. I cannot do this. Voiced stop sound consonants like this. Voiced stop consonants, meaning b, d, and g, become what? Softer, right? They become yes, they they remain the same or become softer. Okay, if they remain the same, we just copy this exactly the same. In what environment? In the environment of syllable initial before a vowel. That's where they remain the same. And they become softer. The d becomes the g becomes g, and the b becomes b. How do I say in rule notation they become softer? What allophonic variation process do they go through so that they become softer? Think, remember. Yes, it's the process of spirantization. So they become spirantized. They become softer. And where, in which environment do they become softer? They become softer between vowels, but there is a possibility that there is a liquid sound here and another liquid sound here, and then the vowel. Depends. Yes? But this rule, this general rule, voice stop consonants become sparantized in intervocalic position with optional liquids, or remain the same in syllable initial position before a vowel. This is the rule that covers all three sounds respectively. Yes. So notice how complex the exercise is, but how easy it is at the same time, because the same rule applies to all of them. Okay. Which means this is just the same exercise, but doing it three times. The same exercise three times. And it is a really good practice for you. Of course, it has this new thing, which is combining the three rules into one. Now, the exercise says, after that, it says, based on your analysis above, predict, because allophones are predictable because they have rules, predict the phonetic form of the following items written phonemically as doble. How do you think it should be? What should the transcription be? So something like doble like this. Let me see. Like this. Doble. No, because the rule says that this should be a strong D. Why? Because it's syllable initial before a vowel. So it should be a strong B. Then. And it's doble. 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 So the ble part is soft and the do is strong. What about bobada? How should I write the transcription, the phonetic transcription? In doble I need the stress mark. So I need to insert symbol stress mark. There you go. Okay, now bobada. How should I do this? Well, let's see. Bobada. Super soft, right? And what else? The B should be soft too, because it's between vowels, it's in intervocalic position. What about the first B? No, the first B should be strong. Why? It's syllable initial before a vowel. Bobada, 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 bobada. Like this. This is according to the phonological rules. Of course, any person speaks wherever they want. Yes, but this is according to the phonological rule. Remember that phonemic rewrite uses only one of the allophones the phoneme represent. Okay, it's okay. So that's the exercise, the Spanish exercise. Okay. Notice that we're doing exactly the same thing as the Korean one or the Persian one, the Farsi one. It's just that it's more complex because it has more sounds only. Okay. So now you're going to do more practice problems and we're going to share them in the group. Goodbye.